Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell is on the table? What the? Whoa, 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 whoa! Put it back. Put it back. Put it back on the table. Let me see it.
Yeah.
It said it's tissue paper. The way he hit it, it don't. The way I know a panicking, scrambling brother when I see one. I know a brother, a guilty brother that been doped up. You know, it looked like he been sneezing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how quick he did it though. See how quick he did it? But they say it's a rolled up handkerchief tissue. Sitting on the table and everything.
I'll be back in Poland.
And through my bathroom, huh?
Yeah. It's literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all in. That's that laugh when you know you the. Look, y'all. I don't know how it works. I've never done. I don't do drugs, but I'm just saying. Look. I'm just saying. That laugh, that laugh, the vibes, the energy. Yeah, somebody doped up.
We came through Germany,
Yeah.
and then we made it to France.
Bedroom and
We got through the border.
Right.
Make the photo, and after that you will be allowed to have a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, and just wait till the media leaves the room. We see it.
Yeah.
Hey, what the?
Yeah.
And then thought he was slick. We see it, sir. What the? I mean, they're just doped up. Oh, man, you just can't make this up.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, we definitely have to do a little deep dive. I'm just doing a little deep dive with a little Benny, man. I had to, y'all. You know, you just can't make this stuff up, man. But what's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. I hope y'all you're gonna see this video probably on Monday, but I hope you all have had an amazing weekend, an amazing Mother Day. Shout out to all our beautiful mothers out there, our grandmothers, all our mothers. I love you. We love you on this channel, you know, and it just the world of politics, the world, it just gets crazier and crazy. More things come out every single day. More things are exposed. It just never stops, you know. It never stops, man. But I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy. We're just gonna do a little deep dive with this one, man. You know, he says world leaders caught with drugs on camera in Ukraine scrambles to hide white Baggie from press. Oh, let's do a little deep dive with Benny, man. Let's check this one out.
Surprise to you that our degenerate world leaders are completely and totally blitzed out of their minds 24/7. This is allegedly a photo of Joe Biden next to another photo of Joe Biden taken within 24 hours of each other. You can see the same room, same flag, same suit and everything, but two very different Joe Bidens. What's going on here? One of these guys is strung out of his skull. Look at his eyes, unblinking, massive pupils, and one of these guys has sort of the bleary gray, cloudy, foggy look that we're used to in Joe Biden. What's going on here exactly? He even talks differently. Well, what's going on here is clearly some form of drug use. You could argue that maybe one of them is Joe Biden, you know, an actor playing Joe Biden in a skin mask. Some people do say that, but I would argue that it's probably drug use in the White House. I'd have good evidence to back that up. A reminder that they found multiple bags of cocaine inside of the White House. They even found DNA.
Yeah, laptops, a gun, or one in the chamber, you know, sitting on the dresser, baggies everywhere. Somebody was in the back getting a foot job. Somebody was getting a foot job, a blow job inside the little closet. Yeah, it's a disgrace what's going on in there. You know, somebody was in the other room laughing, you know, cackling. Didn't know where the hell she was even at. You know, it's doo-doo stains, coffee stains, you know, tea stains all in the carpet, on the floor, on the rug. You know, I tell you, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying what the reports were. That's what they reported. Yeah.
On those baggies of cocaine. They were hidden inside of the official residence of the White House, yet nobody ever figured out who they belonged to.
Do you ever see him? He walks, he finishes his speech, stumbles through. By that time, it's starting to wear off, you know. Whatever happened to the cocaine they found in the White House? It was weird. Through a presidential entrance. We found massive amounts of cocaine, but we don't know whose it is. I think I know whose it is, you think?
So Alex Jones interviewing with Tucker Carlson, both of them say they have sources saying Joe Biden is drugged up at the White House, that oftentimes he can be found wandering around early in the morning, late at night, doesn't know who he is or where he is. Also, of course, obviously, man, there's plenty of people with the suspicions of Kamala, right? Boy, it sure does stand to reason. But you know what? We're not here to talk about things gone by. Let's talk about world leaders that still have power. This is the world leader of Ukraine. His name is Volodymyr Zelenskyy. And this guy has a very long history of being a total tweaker. He's an actor by trade, right? And
the fact that he actually played an actor as a president, I'm just saying. And a lot of people still don't even know that. Y'all go do your research on who Zelenskyy really is. I'm telling you, your jaw will drop to the floor.
Of course, drug use is pretty much part of the operation. If you're an actor, you have to be a massive drug user, and you can see here in multiple clips, in multiple scenarios, Volodymyr Zelenskyy is just sniffing like a candy polar bear.
Президент Байден у інтерв'ю
he off that powder.
So the trick of the trade, right? Volodymyr Zelenskyy in a famous NBC News interview.
I just returned from several areas
along
the front line in the south and in the east. And soldiers there told me they have to ration their ammunition. They don't have enough weapons to advance. They can only defend themselves. In some cases, they're losing territory. What happens to your country if this American aid doesn't arrive?
Guy's strung out of his freaking gourd. Anyway, the point is that everybody's been noticing this, right? I've been around many drug users, and he's definitely on something. But then comes this very unique moment in time where Zelenskyy has now agreed not only to a ceasefire, but to meet Vladimir Putin. Oh boy, how much nose candy will be used before that meeting. Anyway, the point is that this meeting was negotiated in part by European leaders, and they held a press junket on a train before heading back to Europe. You can't fly into Ukraine these days. You actually literally have to take trains because it's too dangerous and there's too many missiles flying above. And, well, sleuths on the internet noticed something quite unique about the meetings of these three world leaders. You have the leaders of Germany, France, and England popping into their little Ukrainian train here, and a little white baggie on the table, you will see, along with what looks like a little spoon, right? This is how it's done, all right? I don't know from personal experience, but watched enough Scarface movies, right?
Watching
enough Scarface. Little spoon on the table and a little white baggie of powder that gets snatched up by the world leaders. You can see there, little sleight of hand, and then immediately put away into a pocket. That's Emmanuel Macron there of France. So what's happening here? Three men, white bag of powder. Notice how Macron sneakily, deftly swipes it out of the camera's view. German Chancellor Merz takes care of the spoon. Can't have people thinking they're plotting a strategy while doing cocaine together. All right, this is quite the video. Macron, Starmer, and Merz, again, the leaders of France, England, and Germany, Caught on video with a return from Kyiv, a bag of white powder on the table. Macron quickly pockets it. Mertz hides the spoon. No explanation given. Zelenskyy, known for cocaine enthusiast, hosted them. Connect the dots. So many people saying, because we've seen Zelenskyy sniffing and snuffing on camera so very much, because there were so many bags of cocaine found in the White House, that maybe this is what's happening here. Obviously, the bag in question is cocaine. The fact that the media just feels the need to deny it being cocaine just confirms that it's cocaine. These are drug-addled lunatics who do uppers before their orgies. Okay. Please don't talk that on camera, whatever you do. I tried to talk mates out of high on cocaine out of bar fights, says Tristan Tate. It didn't work out well. I ended up having to punch people. With this in mind, no world leader should be taking any part in negotiations that could lead to nuclear war if he's on cocaine, let alone actively on cocaine. And Jack Posobiec just posting this pretty exciting.
That fella is throw. Yeah, I know a throwed fella when I see it. Y'all can't tell me otherwise. I know a throwed fella when I see it.
Photo of Macron. Anyway, here's the search here.
Y'all can put up all these community notes and fact checks. No, we know a throwed fella when we see it. Them Patriots is not stupid. Them Patriots, conspiracy theorists, conspiracy facts.
If you just search this on X, you will find clip after clip after clip of people saying, "Hey, look, like this is clearly them making a mistake.
They tried to sneak it off.
They left their little baggie on the table, and now they're trying to cover it up.
Trying to sneak it off.
Here's sort of the, there's the little spoon there. There's the cocaine in the paper baggie, and they realized they did an oopsie here, right? Oh no, this is a problem for us, and they sort of cop to it, and grab the stuff and stash it, right? Okay. So this is what the internet's saying. Now let's go ahead and check in with the fact check and the community notes, because these videos are now getting community noted, and I'll let you decide what you think. It's a rolled up tissue. It's not actually a baggie of cocaine, says this community note. Here's a photo for reference. This is tissue paper, and this is a bag of cocaine. Okay, so here's the reference. These are the high-res photos. This, does look like a bag of tissue paper. You can see here again.
What y'all think? Bag of tissue paper? Y'all think it's a bag of tissue paper? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is it a bag? Is it a tissue?
What looks like perhaps a tissue, right? Definitely. I'm not sitting here trying to take anybody's side. I am saying it's very strange, right? They should have better staffing. All of these videos are getting community noted, right? False. This video does not show Mertz and Macron hiding cocaine. A high-resolution video shows the cocaine bag is a handkerchief, a tissue paper, and the cocaine spoon is a cocktail skewer. They were on the way to Ukraine, not back from Ukraine. So and then they link to an article like this saying it's not cocaine on the train. Okay. One of these dorky fact checkers. You can look for yourself. You can see for yourself. Whatever it is, it's a little white baggie or like paper, and it's some type of a stick. So that is what it is. But this is both sides, right? They're saying this is not fact check. This is in French. No, it wasn't a bag of cocaine. The thing is that they're so close to Zelenskyy, and we've all seen Zelenskyy and his behavior, and we've all seen what happened with Joe Biden and his family and Hunter Biden. And so, the burden of proof is actually on you, right? You were just visiting with this guy, right? This is the guy you were just hanging out with. So again, the burden of proof is on you. But these are the community notes. I'm trying to be as fair as I can here, right? Just say, all right. Here's what the community notes are saying. Community notes are saying
we want to be fair, y'all. We want to be fair. It's a tissue. They say it's a tissue. Fact check.
False. This is a handkerchief or tissue paper. All right.
Oh boy.
There you go. And then let's go through this. Here's the high res image. Okay. What do you think? I think that it's nice that President Trump is delivering peace here. I think that's what's most important. And that these degenerate world leaders, the ones that are completely and totally addicted to drugs, unlike Donald Trump, who's clean living, never even had a sip of alcohol. Donald Trump, who is sort of the model for clean living, actually. I mean, the guy is aging in reverse. It's like somehow Zelenskyy looks older and far worse than Donald Trump, and he's out half his age. Anyway, the point is that the time for these kind of guys are over, right? This is like throwback Biden era stuff, and like get them out, because clearly people have lost their lives and there's been a lot of pain unnecessarily because these guys are so strung out of their minds. Biden, Hunter, Kamala, Zelenskyy, the whole lot of them. So, like, all the more reason to end these wars, all the more reason to end the madness, and not let these junkies be in charge of destroying, actually, a very peaceful and good world. So, ladies and gentlemen.
What do y'all think, though, man? Let me know in the comments.